Here we are back in my little kitchen in Lecce in the south of Italy. My name is Francesco and today I'm going to show you how to make a different version of the asparagus, hard-boiled eggs and potatoes that we all love in springtime. There are a million versions of this with butter or with hollandaise. What I'm going to do is make a yogurt sauce with some grated ginger, some mustard and turmeric, so it's going to have a light Indian touch to it. I'm going to emphasize this by adding some tandoori spice powder at the end. That will give some great color and a little bit of tanginess. And the way I'm going to do the asparagus, very simply, sauteed very quickly in a frying pan, just 3 or 4 minutes at the most. And the potatoes and the egg I'm going to boil together. That's going to save time, and so it's going to be a very quick, easy and healthy recipe. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and then do come back and follow me for more. Please subscribe to the channel, I'd really appreciate it. Let's cook. For today's recipe you are going to need green asparagus, potatoes, ginger, eggs, mustard, tandoori spice, turmeric, yogurt and fresh parsley. In order to find out where the asparagus begins to become tough and woody, simply bend it between your fingers and it will snap all by itself at that point. If you then want the asparagus that you're going to cook to be the same length, you can trim it down, and the end pieces are great for stocks and soups. We're going to need a piece of ginger, which we're going to grate. I used a microplane to do mine. There's no need to peel it because the peel will remain on the one side and the ginger on the other. Then we're going to peel a couple of potatoes and cut these into nice thick slices. The potatoes can go straight into some salted water together with the eggs, and I'm going to boil them for about 15 minutes in all. I'll take out the eggs after 8 or 9 minutes when they're done. I did finally chop some parsley to add as a garnish at the end, but in the end I didn't end up using it, so you can miss this out if you like. Now for the yogurt sauce. I used a half cup of yogurt, to which I added about a teaspoon of mustard and a half teaspoon of turmeric. Start off with less turmeric because, as you know, if you add too much turmeric to something, it can sometimes end up tasting a little bit chalky. Next, add about a teaspoon of grated ginger, then season with salt and pepper and stir everything together well. Once everything's nicely mixed, have a taste and see if you want to add more turmeric, ginger, salt or pepper. Stir this in accordingly, and that's the yogurt sauce ready. Meanwhile, back at the stove, the eggs and potatoes have been boiling for about 10 minutes, so we can add some extra virgin olive oil to a saucepan and our asparagus. We're going to season this simply with salt and pepper and stir fry it for 3 to 4 minutes. Then we can turn off the heat and leave it in the pan to stay warm until we serve. The potatoes still need a couple of minutes, but in the meantime we can take out the eggs, which we'll be able to crack and peel and cut in half, ready to serve. Oh look, there's the parsley that I forgot to add at the end of the meal when I was supposed to use it as a garnish. Oh well. Cut the eggs in half and we're ready to serve. I decided to spread out a layer of the yogurt sauce first before adding the other ingredients. Next, I added the potatoes. Do this carefully and you'll be able to make a very pretty dish. Next comes the asparagus. It's a little bit tricky to lay this down because it will try to roll away, but you can manage, I did. Then come the eggs, which will need seasoning with a little pinch of salt, and then a nice sprinkle of tandoori powder on top. This is the final finishing touch. The tandoori spice not only adds a nice splash of colour, but a great tangy flavour which goes so well with the yogurt sauce, the potatoes, the boiled egg and the asparagus. And it looked absolutely divine. But I did have more yogurt sauce left, so I spooned some of that over the top, added more tandoori powder, and it looked better still. Who needs that silly parsley? Buon appetito! Enjoy!